My posse deep and irate, and we act a fool for the paper. Had a dream and I made it. El Camino on Dayton's. Bitches guess over bait. Put the bread on me. Bet on my bacon. Big and flat in the bacon. I might just roll out today. I might just roll out to Vegas. Head back to my old ways.
And we welcome you to Lucas Oil Stadium, which opened back in 2008 here in the Circle City of Indianapolis, Indiana. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Houston Texans and the Indianapolis Colts. Josh Lambo now ready to put this one in the air. And we are underway from Indianapolis. That's fielded in the end zone. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he'll get this one up to the 26. And the 2015 first-round pick, Malcolm Brown, brings him down. Play action. It's Rudolph. Eluding the pressure right. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. So they took a shot on first down, but couldn't connect. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Rivers escaping the pressure, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Lavonte David in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of legs behind it. The bottom line, tremendous starting field position, really squandered there as they wind up going backwards and then come up with just 3.
Well, getting the 3 turned out to be important. I can imagine the head coach when he ordered the field goal. Please salvage something out of this drive. That was not fun to watch.
And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Out comes the Houston offense as they get set to take over here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Give them 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. They go play action here on first down. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Now let's go. Green 39. Green 39. Over.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
On 2nd down, here's Rudolph. And an alley to run. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
Now a handoff. It's Freeman. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Well, they know how to protect the pass, but sometimes cornerbacks, they can also stop the run, can't they?
Is that what we call a complete corner? Yeah, because we're so used to these guys just being defenders in the pass game. How about the guys who can come up and make the tackles? That's what we just saw there for no gain, too.
They'll try the air now. Here's Rudolph. Dancing to his left. And he'll go down at the 28. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. He'd had some success as a runner previously on this drive, just not as much space there that time.
Yeah, this time when he pulled it down, they were ready for him, so I think he's going to have to fling a few in order to open up that running lane again.
Lucky 56.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph. Looking for Gronkowski, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trumaine Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He was looking for Gronk that time. Following the interception here, Rivers. Caught left side, it's Beckham. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it.
Let's go.
Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Rivers on 3rd and 2. Hard throw, incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Taking it about the 36. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Meanwhile, on the NFL scoreboard, a game going on in Chicago. And it's the Bears who are off to the early lead. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Good starting field position for the Houston Texans here as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He goes underneath to Freeman. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him 6 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
Detroit! Detroit!
Here's Rudolph now on 2nd down. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. Powering his way forward. A huge play there for Houston. 44 yards.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
They'll look to run with Freeman. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans have taken the early lead. Prater for the extra point. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field. And this is their 3rd drive. Right now, maybe not about points, just about getting something. They haven't gotten a 1st down yet in this game.
It's a mental barrier you don't think about until you go a couple of drives without getting a 1st down. Then all of a sudden it looms big. It gets harder and harder to actually attain that first down.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 1st quarter.
Hey, Rocket! Light! Set! Delta! Get it!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Round! White!
Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. Trying to lay one up deep. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. On 3rd down, Rivers. And he's got Mike Gesicki, his rookie tight end. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First down, Rivers. And Philip Dorsett hauls it in. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Here you go, man. Hey, ready. Keep the speed. 80.
Rivers on first down. Looking for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Odell Beckham, his second touchdown on the season. And the Colts are in for 6. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll return this one all the way onto the other side of the field.
Now that's the kind of return that warms the heart of a special teams coach. He'll be pushing us next time, Brandon, to make sure his guys are introduced in the starting lineups. These guys have such an influence on every game. The unsung heroes, remember, they have their own meetings, their own practice time, heck, their own spot on the bench in order to be ready to play each and every week.
Here comes a first down throw from Rudolph. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. On second down, Freeman. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Rudolph going to throw on 3rd and 1. He's airing it out for Williams. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. They'll run here with Freeman. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he's able to find some room as they get him down after a good run. 7 big yards on the carry there to get him within range of the goal line with 3rd down upcoming. And now here's a timeout called by the Colts on the defensive side of the ball. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. With 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Rob Gronkowski, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Texans are in for 6. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead is now 14-10. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. And the Colts coming out now. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Over the middle, Cooper with it. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down, but a nice little gain. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Now Rivers. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11.
Hey, go Orange.
2nd down, Rivers. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he's got room. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week, 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away, and that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Rudolph throwing on 2nd down. Swings it out to the flat for Freeman. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a gain of 5. And that'll lead here to a 3rd down.
Leopard! Detroit! Detroit! Hot! Hot!
from the gun. Here's Rudolph. Forced out to his left. He can run. Now the ball comes loose, and the Colts pick it up.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So it should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. A second down throw for Rivers. And this is a rocket pulled in by Cooper, complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Colts on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Now it's the backup, Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. He may try and run for this. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first. Rivers now to throw on first down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. That's going to be caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Colts are in for 6. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And it's now 17-14. Here's Lambo out to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. And now out comes Houston. And with time quickly fading here in the 2nd quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Leopard!
Rudolph on first down. Goes right side, complete to Gronk. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half.
Gun! Set!
Now Rudolph on first down. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Leonard Floyd. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Second and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack.
Gun! Detroit!
Play action. It's Rudolph. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Uses the spin. Always got some breathing room.
Partner, when I was in college, we used to have these things called game maxims that we did before every game. One of them said, press the kicking game. For here's where the breaks are made. It's the area of hidden yardage. How about that return? Flipping the field, taking it past the 50, and getting things set up to start the series.
Third quarter starting with a run from Montgomery. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Now Rivers. Caught by Montgomery. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. Rivers now 9 of 15 throwing the ball, 60%, and it's 1st and 10. First down, here's the run with Montgomery. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. The safety, Patrick Chung, is the one who makes the stop.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
They'll keep pounding here with Montgomery. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. It was Taven Bryan who got him down defensively.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature to make sure you don't get hurt.
Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Intended that time for Cooper. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Quickly to Gronkowski. That's caught. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
So 2nd in inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. They'll run it now out of the gun. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll make it 3rd and 1. Shotgun snap for Rudolph. He goes underneath to Freeman. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Rudolph looking to throw it. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line. Emmanuel Ogbah able to drop him for a loss of 4. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. On 2nd down, here's Rudolph. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. He got 29 yards that time. This quarterback now, pretty amazing. 14 of 16 throwing the ball. It's 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Rudolph. Over the middle, he's got Tyrell Williams. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 10 more there and another 1st down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
From the red zone now, Rudolph. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Rudolph throwing again. This will be caught at about the 5. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 3rd catch for him on this drive alone, and it'll give him a 1st down.
Leopard!
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
He'll get it up the middle. And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Devontae Freeman, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Texans are in for 6. Prater for the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Here's Prater now set to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And a good effort on the return there. Gets him across the 30 to the 33-yard line. And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
Keep it skinny. Set. Run 80. Left.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give the Colts 13 yards and a 1st down.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Colts, so they've got the football, but they've got work to do, trailing here as we begin the 4th quarter. Rivers now 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. They go play action here on first down. He'll let it go deep for Beckham. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far. It's second down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
Hey, go orange. Orange.
Play fake. Rivers. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. And he'll be down deep in Houston territory. And that one results in 35 yards. Finally, a first red zone opportunity for these guys. They have a 1st and 10 at the 18.
Let's go.
From the red zone now, Rivers. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. To the air again here, Rivers. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped.
Well, no takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
The Colts on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
Delta! Keep it skinny.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down. I guess they're in a situation now, 4th quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
So with that field goal, this one's now back within a field goal. Maybe not the ultimate result they wanted, but gets them that much closer.
This game is unfolding like a really good book, isn't it? Because I feel like there's a few more plot twists yet to be revealed before this one is over.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. And now out comes Houston. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit, because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pads or start to cut the tape off, because if you did it way too soon. They've got to go back out there with renewed vigor, for lack of a better term, and also a good plan. They need points, and they need them now.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, Rudolph. And he'll be brought down by the Colts. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. Rudolph throwing on 2nd down. And the pressure gets to him again. Jarrell Casey in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Rudolph. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, 4th quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. Flush to his right. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down after a good gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this one down to the 45. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Okay, there's 3 timeouts left, right?
Think you got to use one here, don't you?
No doubt about it. I'd use one right here.
And this is the 10th carry for Ty Montgomery, fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short gain down to about the 33. It'll be a pickup of just 2. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
I'm a little surprised right here. They've got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
The Colts on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Now a carry here for Orleans Darkwa. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now they get the timeout. It leads you to wonder, will they kick it here or risk running another play and possibly not getting down in time? We'll see. So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So now the onus will fall on the shoulders of Josh Lambo. 2 for 2 on the afternoon, and a third would win it. And his kick here is good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So there was a little meat on that bone, a little more than a chip shot considering the circumstances, but he's able to bang it home in what should be the game winner.
And the key was getting him into a good position to kick from. I mean, if that's a 52-yarder, you're going to have some anxious moments, but kickers nowadays, you give them anything under 40, and they're automatic.
Well, this one, partner, was fun down to the very end. They got the points late, right before the whistle. Then the ensuing kickoff. They were hoping for magic on the other side, but couldn't get that spark.
Fun if you won, and fun for us, because we got to watch it and call it. That magic that you were talking about didn't occur in the end, but what a game all the way through.
So for Indianapolis, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first win of the season here in Week 4. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the New England Patriots. Meanwhile, for the Texans, they too will leave here at 1-3. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indianapolis.
Hey, okay, Pocket through big, they sumo. Pulling card like Uno. Flip like judo. You back to kudo. You and no chance, you go. Pocket through big, they sumo. 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 Pull card like Uno. Flip like judo. You back to kudo. You and no chance, you go. Pocket through big, they sumo. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pocket too big, they sumo. Tell me who the hottest that you know. If it ain't me, you Curry get the flame calling Prince Zuko. Swimming through the money like a flounder. Hold up. I just want the knowledge and the power. Hold up. Why the looking at me sour? Need it like chowder. Rada. Never gave a about a dollar. More money, me, more problems. Pray for me to fall like autumn. Cause I got it on my own with no help, man. Gotta get it, that's it, in myself, man. They need a new hope, deal of a new, giving out like Shaq at the free throw. Anybody wanna be ET? Man, y'all can't see me. Out of my league, you pee-wee. Pocket too big, Rakesh. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pulling card like Uno. Flip like judo. You back to kudo. You and no chance, you go. Pocket too big, they sumo. 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 Pull card like Uno. Flip like judo. You back to kudo. You and no chance, you go. Pocket too big, they sumo. 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 Money doubles up like a duo. I just want the yen and the euro. The game up and leave my kids like judo. Money come around like a Hoover. Making free bands in the future. Pockets on the look super. Bills on me blue slot Cooper. Money on my mind just like a tumor. Spread my money out and then I call that a rumor. Curry the is Always on the move, no Uber. People try to block it, shine like lunar. Eclipse when I take all my chips. When I pop off the like hummus, C-dip, acrobat with the flip, money flow like a battleship, Diddy the new, deliver new. Giving out like check out the free throw. Anybody wanna be ET? Man, y'all can't see me. Out of my league, you pee-wee. Pocket too big, Rakishi. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pullin' card like Uno. Flip like judo. You act too kudo. You and her, no Chad Hugo. Pocket too big, they sumo. 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 Pull card like Uno. Flip like judo. You act too kudo. You and her, no Chad Hugo. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pocket too big, they sumo. Pocket too big, they sumo.
Track how G go too fast. I don't need wear no seatbelt. Bad little got no upgrade. Now she got. How about the range on? Who is little baby? He going in. Man, these old rappers getting boring. They be taking shots, I ignore them. Send them to the hood while I'm touring. Making plays out of town like I'm Jordan. Need to go get your. Walk on my way, I'ma score it. Lamborghini, I don't want no Porsches. I'm on fire, don't touch me, I'm tortured. Had the fish on my teeth, I went porcelain. Put the time on my back, I'm a horseman. One more year, I'ma make it affordless. They load me in the bay like he 40. I be sitting inside of the Moreland. Ain't no strings attached, keeping it cordless. She keep calling, but I keep ignoring it. Ain't no stopping, I'm keeping it foreign. Man, they can't stop me, I'm going it. Man, they can't stop me, I'm going it. Every time I'm gone, I get another. Tryna leave me alone, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but this just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go. Every time I'm gone, I get another. Tryna leave me alone, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but this just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go.
I spent the whole M on some clothes. Got a bonus, I sold out the show. Gonna like a pot on the stove. Yellow AP on all of my. I like when that white on the toes. Picture me riding around in that rose. I put some ice on my wrist, it was swole. Still ain't got time with you. All of these, my body, I got pay somebody keep checking my pose. Walk in the club with no warning, take care of the money. They swing on the. Water on me like the sunny, I shine when it's sunny, this platinum and rose. Gonna out the street when I go to DC, I'ma see the mall.
Every time I'm gone, I get another. Tryna leave me alone, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but this just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go. Every time I'm gone, I get another. Tryna leave me alone, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong. My tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go.
Crazy different city with some different. I can switch my the same way that I change my clothes. Man, it's crazy. I'm envelope. And you know I'm never lacking. Gotta do it best up in traffic. Water on my paddock. In automatic. I drink water when I'm fasting. Use a ass on me and I can't have it. Boy, I'm from average. Better wait your turn, better get it.
Every time I'm gone, I get another. Tryna leave me alone, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but this just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go. Every time I'm gone, I get another. Tryna leave me alone, another.
Tryna spend the whole M on some clothes. Got a bonus, I sold out the show. Gonna like a pot on the stove. Yellow AP on all of my. I like when that wet on the toes. Picture me riding around in that rose. I put some ice on my wrist, it was swole. Still ain't got time with you.